if that answers your question.
Yeah, it does. I want to pause for 1 second at this point in the conversation and mention it's a beautiful conversation, surely, because we started with love, and this is a good example of what self-love can be in terms of trying to reach. And it's a because it's a beautiful transition. Half of us are trying to just acknowledge that we are good enough to love, always finding this. So in that sense, maybe it covers a bigger ground than we intended with this line of questioning. But I do not want to let go of the thread that you have built up because it's beautiful. Now to dig deeper, this sense of wholeness, if I were to call it that, uh, which does not require acknowledgement from others. Do you think it is hindered by our own lack of acknowledgement to start with?
Oh, it's all us. It's all us. It's who, all the situations, all the memories, all the journeys that we've had has made us something and has taken away something. So I think it's a battle that you have to fight with yourself, right? Because so it's very funny that a lot of people I used to be the most underconfident. I used to be the most overconfident kid. So when I go to school reunions, even now they're like, "You were the biggest bully." Surprisingly, they hold on to that. But I turned out to be a very underconfident professional, right? You'll be surprised. I started my advertising journey from Chennai.
Hmm.
So while I was in a mainstream agency in Bombay, I started with Chennai, and when I came to this office, I had built up so many you know uh,
Barriers.
problems for myself because I kept thinking that I've never made a film, I don't understand, and I don't know what to do in a party, right? Because there we were all about work, and we were a bunch of Tamilian, mainstream Tamilian kids, who
Yeah.
did studied and came, and we came to work. And Bombay was so different, right? And I walked into, and I was put in a fairly large group, and while I loved all of them, I turned out that I was as smart or smarter than a few of them, right? But the thing is, I had built up so much in my head that I won't fit in because in the orientation group that we had, I was the quietest, and that really set the tone for the advertising professional I became, right? Because I was extremely underconfident. But the point is, it was all in my head, and I came, from a particular discipline. And while I always was a smart person, but I always thought, okay, I'm not good enough for this. So this is all baggage that we live with. I would love. I'm carrying so much. I wish I could really really put it down. And there's no coolie to help in this. You have to hold it all yourself. So I think growth is also that you start, putting out stuff that you don't need. You do hold on to a lot of stuff, but so that's the importance of self love, right? Self love is first acknowledging all the problems that you have
Yeah.
and saying that, uh, dude, this is what I need help with, and asking for it. So that point which you made about, is there anybody who can help you with it? No, it's, you have to look into the mirror, have a pep talk, pat yourself on the back or slap yourself depending on where you are, and fix yourself. You have to fix yourself. Nobody can fix you.
I
And I
like.
don't think anybody knows you as well as you do, right? We keep saying, even I have a lot of best friends, but अपने vulnerabilities हम किसी को नहीं दिखाते. You're not going to go and say, hey, I'm such a terrible mother, yeah, dude, or I'm such a terrible wife. I don't know how to do this, or I'm terrible professional. You'll never acknowledge it.
Hmm.
And if you do, then you're at another level of,
And I made a career out
sense
of
of,
it. All
yeah,
these
absolutely.
podcasts are about vulnerabilities, and there have been times that people haven't picked up the cues that I have given, but at least one podcast I remember was about, I think, about fear, and I landed up saying something that was like if you would have just asked the right question, I had already freezed
Hmm.
because when I admitted what I had said then, and if that part would have been picked up, I just did
Hmm.
not have any clue of where I was going on to next. That level of honesty was there. But it got diffused because the other person took some other example, and I could, like, in Mumbai language, I took the Patli Gali and said, yeah, I am safe. But yeah, I have tried to do that, and yeah, thank you for bringing it up because that's the objective that I am trying to do. When a Minakshi or a Bunty or anybody who's there on the podcast, whether it's me or anybody else, if they land up showing a vulnerability and they have just survived, I'm not even talking about winning and succeeding and becoming big shots or anything. That they are sitting here and they can talk about it, I think gives a lot of strength to anybody who's watching this. Now to go back to the thread again, uh, do you think if one question is direct, what did you do once you landed up in Bombay and you realized that you're carrying so much baggage? I'm sure initially though it's too much of a cultural shock for all of us. Like I moved from a small agency to a big agency, and I thought, done. Abhi aur zindagi mein kuch chahiye nahi ambition. Then suddenly I realized that everybody is out to get everybody else, and if you do not jump at the idea, and if you're not dancing about you got the greatest idea, nobody buys into it. So this small dignified way of saying, look, I have a decent idea. Everybody says, what? Just get out.
Hmm.
Like you have to be over enthusiastic, and the entire playbook is like there for everyone. So that took me quite a bit of time and all. Uh, my story was I was not interested. I was happy. इतना ambition पूरा हुआ अभी time pass करो बाद में देखेंगे. But in your case, because you also came from out of Bombay, like you changed cities. I'm sure there are other things outside office that happen that you have other discomforts which a person not from the city would have.
Was a Mumbai girl who only went to Chennai for 2 years as a campus placement. So it was not even that, I came from a small town. I
Oh,
studied, I was a Mumbaiker, like a all in out Mumbaiker, who went and worked outside for a year and a half, and I came back with so much of
अरे बाप रे.
inhibitions about who I could be. So it was crazy. Yeah.
So what did you do? My question is, how did you open those threads, or what did you tell yourself? Okay, it's all right to have a shitty day or a bad example, or you do not know how to do it. Uh, what did you really do? Is there
So
also sorry?
yeah. So what I used to do is I think I used to try very hard. I used to try very, very hard. And I think one of my bosses noticed that.
Okay.
I used to try so hard that I was a non smoker. But I used to go into those discussions because you remember the smoking zone outside. So
Hmm.
I wanted to be part of everything. So in spite of being, I used to be asthmatic at that time, not completely, but I had traces of asthma. I was asthmatic as a kid. But the point is, as a non-smoker, I would try and go and join even meetings where smokers would be talking because I didn't want to miss out.
Yeah.
And it happened multiple times, and they were actually a bunch of nice people. Nobody was doing anything
It
deliberately.
was
It
family.
was just in, yeah, it was just in my head.
Yeah.
So, and like they are my dear friends even now, and they were like, really, we never intended for that to happen. But that's as much as to try. uh, and then I remember having a chat with my boss at that time, saying, I don't think I fit into this group. He said, what do you mean by not fit into this group? I said, because y'all are a certain way. And I was married as well. Imagine married, and like marriage, happy marriage types in
Marriage.
advertising. Sorry.
Yours was a child marriage, yeah? Because when I knew you, you didn't look married and all. Yeah?
I was 20, in my late 20s, I think, in advertising. But
Okay.
I had a chat and I said, I don't think I belong, in this group. And I had spoken to another team leader to say, can I move to your group? So
Oh,
मैंने पूरा setting कर लिया था. And then my boss, I very sweetly sat me down. He said, it's all in your head. You're one of the smartest people I've come across. And why are you doubting yourself? And just because you stand outside and smoke with us doesn't make you, cooler or less cool. And that's not part of the job anyway. So what are you like fussing about? And I absolutely refuse to let you move to any other team because your concerns are so misplaced. And I remember then the whole team used to make an effort to, include me in the first place. They're like, we never excluded you, it was in your head. So that's when I realized, shit, yeah, maybe I'm making too much out of these things. But I used to drive me like up the wall, because I was not the cool one. I wouldn't like to go drinking after work. Because I was married, I had to go home, right?
Yeah,
And I wanted to go home. Not that I had to go home. I wanted to go home to my spouse. So, and advertising used to have these weird
I know, I know.
the conduct used to be very weird, like but I think the fact that I acknowledged that I wanted to get out of this situation was a big deal for me. I went and spoke my heart out and said, maybe I'm not cut out for this kind of agency culture. Like, no, all you need to do is be intelligent and be enterprising, both of which you are. So stop. So I think the thing that I did is acknowledge that there was a problem and I needed help. And I always ask for help, Bunty, wherever needed. It's okay what other people think. I just go straight out and say, boss, problem hai, kuch karna padega. So